The tension was palpable, and the air practically crackled with anticipation as fans across the country watched in disbelief. It all began late last night, when whispers of a secret fling between Tamar, Braxton and Mendeecees surfaced online, sending shockwaves through the reality TV world. Social media erupted almost immediately, with fans and insiders alike scrambling to piece together the truth. The rumor alone was enough to ignite speculation, but no one could have predicted the explosive confrontation that would follow. By midnight, the scene outside Tamar's Atlanta residence had transformed into a whirlwind of chaos. Flashing lights, shouting neighbors, and the unmistakable wail of sirens filled the streets as police were called to respond to what witnesses described as a full-blown celebrity showdown. At the center of it all was Yandy Smith, visibly shaken but determined, storming through the crowd toward Tamar with fire in her eyes. Emotions ran high as she demanded answers, her voice cutting through the night like a thunderclap. The tension was thick enough to suffocate anyone nearby. Cameras from multiple outlets caught every heated word, every accusing glance, and every gasp from bystanders who could hardly believe what they were seeing. Sources close to the drama reported that Yandy had only just discovered the alleged secret affair, and the betrayal seemed to hit harder than anyone could imagine. Friends of the family described Yandy as beyond furious, pacing in the driveway, alternating between tears and shouts. Meanwhile, Tamar remained composed, or at least she tried to, her own emotions flickering between defensiveness and disbelief. Fans watching live streams described the confrontation as something straight out of a reality TV finale, with each moment escalating into more tension than the last. But it wasn't just the direct parties involved who were reeling. Family members, longtime friends, and even casual followers were caught in the crossfire. Opinions clashed online, alliances formed and shattered in minutes, and hashtags about the incident began trending within hours. Tamar Mendeecees drama and hashtag Yandy Unleashed were just the tip of the iceberg. Each eyewitness account seemed more dramatic than the last, painting a picture of a night that would be remembered for years in reality TV lore. As the police arrived to control the scene, the confrontation did not subside. Yandy's voice rang out again, demanding transparency, while Tamar's responses were met with both skepticism and support from fans. Every argument, every tear, and every flash of anger was captured, making the incident a spectacle that fans could not look away from. Somewhere in the midst of all this chaos, questions began to swirl. What really happened between Tamar and Mendeecees? Was it a one-time mistake, or a secret that had been brewing for months? And most importantly, how would this confrontation reshape the dynamics of their intertwined social circles? Tonight, you will witness every shocking detail, every emotional turn, and every jaw-dropping twist in the story of Yandy attacking Tamar Braxton over her alleged secret fling with Mendeecees. Fans are shocked, emotions ran high, and the family was left divided. What began as a rumor has erupted into a drama that refuses to die down. You won't want to miss a single moment of this reality TV spectacle. The night air in Atlanta was thick with tension as Yandy stormed out of her car, heels clicking sharply on the pavement, her eyes locked on Tamar Braxton's mansion. Fans who had gathered nearby were already live streaming, their phones capturing every moment of what was quickly spiraling into chaos. Whispers of Tamar's secret fling with Mendeecees had spread like wildfire, but seeing Yandy confront her in person was something no one expected. The crowd gasped as Yandy's voice cut through the evening calm, demanding answers in a tone that was equal parts rage and heartbreak. "How long were you going to hide this?" she shouted, fists clenched, veins visible on her neck. Tamar, standing just inside the open doorway, looked stunned, her usual poise shaken, though she tried to mask it with a forced smile. "Yandy, I don't know what you mean," Tamar replied, her voice trembling slightly, betraying her calm facade. The neighbors peered from behind curtains, some whispering in disbelief, while others were busy recording the confrontation, knowing this footage could go viral within minutes. Yandy's eyes narrowed, scanning Tamar's face as if trying to read the truth in every twitch, every hesitation. "Don't lie to me, Tamar. Fans are shocked. And now I'm here, and you will tell me the truth," she snapped, stepping closer, her energy electric. The crowd murmured in excitement and anxiety, some cheering for Yandy, others hoping for Tamar's defense. One fan shouted, "Spill it, Tamar. We need the tea," while another clutched their phone tightly, whispering, "This is insane. I can't believe it's happening right now." The tension in the air was almost tangible, thick enough to choke anyone standing too close. Tamar's shoulders slumped slightly as she tried to collect herself, Taking a deep breath, "Look, Yandy, it wasn't supposed to happen. It was a mistake," she confessed, her words heavy with regret. Yandy's reaction was instantaneous, her voice rising in a mixture of anger and betrayal. "A mistake? Tamar, do you even understand what you've done? Mendeecees, really?" she exclaimed, her emotions raw and unfiltered. A hush fell over the crowd, with only the distant wail of police sirens breaking the silence. Within moments, multiple squad cars pulled up, their lights flashing red and blue, and officers jumped out. Trying to assess the volatile situation, some fans were panicking, fearing that the confrontation could escalate further. One neighbor, who had witnessed the entire incident, later described the scene as something out of a reality TV nightmare, pure chaos and emotion everywhere. Inside the mansion, the tension was equally palpable. Tamar's phone buzzed repeatedly. Notifications from social media and news outlets flooding in, each alert a reminder that this was no longer a private matter. She could feel the weight of public scrutiny pressing down, and the thought of her friends and family watching this unfold in real time only added to her anxiety. Yandy, however, was relentless. "Don't you dare try to explain this away," she continued, her voice sharp, cutting through the evening air like a knife. "Fans are talking. The family is divided, and I'm here to make sure the truth comes out." Mendeecees, who had been nowhere in sight, suddenly appeared, stepping out of a sleek black SUV parked nearby. His expression was a mix of fear and frustration, his hands raised slightly in a defensive gesture. "Yandy, Tamar, wait, let's talk," he pleaded, but Yandy wasn't listening. She spun toward him, her eyes blazing. "Talk. You think words can fix this? Do you even see what you've done to everyone?" she shouted. The crowd reacted instantly, some cheering Yandy's courage, others worried that the argument might turn physical. The police officers moved cautiously, positioning themselves to keep everyone apart while trying to calm the escalating drama. The argument continued for what felt like hours, though in reality, it was only minutes. Yandy's accusations grew more pointed, focusing not only on the alleged affair but also on the secrecy and betrayal she claimed had been hidden for far too long. "How long were you two planning this behind everyone's back? How many lies have you told?" she demanded, her voice shaking with intensity. Tamar, visibly trembling, tried to interject. "Yandy, you have to understand. It wasn't like that," she began, but Yandy cut her off. "Not like that. Not like that. Fans are shocked, Tamar, and so am I. You've destroyed trust, friendship, everything we had." Mendeecees finally managed to step between the two women, raising his hands in an attempt to diffuse the tension. "Look, we need to calm down. This isn't helping anyone," he said, though his words were met with little effect. Yandy's fury had reached a boiling point, and her gaze was locked on Tamar as if daring her to speak another word. The crowd, sensing the emotional intensity, pressed closer, phones held high, to record every detail. One bystander later recounted, "I couldn't believe my eyes. Emotions ran high. People were crying, shouting, everything. It was insane. I felt like I was inside a drama episode. I couldn't pause." As the night wore on, the confrontation only seemed to intensify. Yandy's voice echoed through the driveway, mixing with the distant wail of sirens and the murmur of onlookers. "You've hurt more than just yourselves," she cried, tears streaming down her cheeks. "Friends, fans, family, everyone is feeling this, and it's all because of your lies." Tamar, now visibly distraught, struggled to find her words. "I never meant for anyone to get hurt," she whispered, though her voice was barely audible over the crowd's excitement. At one point, Yandy's anger took a new form. She accused Tamar of betraying not only her personally, but also the fans who had supported her throughout her career. "Do you even think about how many people are watching this? How many people are heartbroken because of your choices?" she demanded, her voice trembling with a mix of sorrow and fury. Tamar's lips quivered as she attempted to respond, but the words seemed insufficient, swallowed by the chaos surrounding them. The police officers, sensing that tensions might boil over, stepped in closer, urging both parties to separate, though neither seemed willing to yield. Friends of both Yandy and Tamar arrived at the scene, trying to mediate, but their efforts were met with resistance. "She has to hear this," Yandy said firmly, refusing to be calmed down. "She needs to know what she's done." Meanwhile, Mendeecees, caught between his past choices and the explosive confrontation, looked increasingly overwhelmed. The public watched through live streams and social media updates as the argument escalated, each moment more dramatic than the last. Hashtags began trending within minutes, with fans speculating endlessly about the motivations, the consequences, and the potential fallout from the alleged fling. As the night dragged on, emotions continued to flare. Neighbors reported hearing yelling, sobbing, and what sounded like objects being thrown inside the mansion. Some fans expressed concern for the safety of everyone involved, while others were captivated by the spectacle, unable to look away. Yandy's determination to confront Tamar seemed unshakable, her voice cutting through every attempt at intervention. "You can't just hide behind your fame," she shouted. "This ends tonight." Fans are shocked, and the truth comes out, one way or another. The air was electric with suspense as each word, each gesture, and each tear amplified the drama. Police officers attempted to maintain order, but the intensity of the confrontation seemed almost cinematic, as though reality itself had shifted into a scene straight out of a reality TV drama. The crowd of fans, friends, and neighbors watched with bated breath, knowing they were witnessing something historic. Every moment was captured on camera, destined to circulate online and fuel speculation for days, weeks, and possibly months. Amid the chaos, a sudden twist occurred. A family member, previously thought to be uninvolved, appeared on the scene, stepping into the driveway with a mixture of anger and concern. Their arrival added a new layer to the drama, creating unexpected alliances and fueling fresh accusations. "This has gone too far," the family member shouted, attempting to assert control, though their words were largely drowned out by the ongoing argument. The crowd reacted with a mix of shock and fascination, fans speculating about what this new player might reveal or how they would influence the already volatile situation. Through it all, Yandy remained the center of attention, her raw emotions commanding the scene. "I can't believe this is happening," she cried, pacing back and forth. "The fans trusted you, Tamar, and you broke that trust. I'm here to make sure it never happens again." Tamar, meanwhile, seemed trapped between fear, regret, and the need to defend herself. "I never wanted this," she stammered, though it was clear that her words were unlikely to calm Yandy or the gathering crowd. As the night wore on, the scene became a tense mix of confrontation, emotional outbursts, and stunned spectators. Police continued to monitor the situation, trying to prevent it from escalating further, while fans documented every second for social media. Every shout, tear, and gasp contributed to the narrative, creating a story that would dominate headlines and trend endlessly online. The air was thick with emotion, betrayal, and suspense, setting the stage for twists and revelations yet to come. Yandy's final words for the night, at least temporarily, were a mix of warning and heartbreak. "This isn't over, Tamar." Fans are shocked, families are divided, and everyone will know what really happened tonight. "You can't hide from this." Tamar, her face pale and her eyes glistening with tears, nodded silently, the weight of the confrontation pressing heavily on her. Mendeecees stood between them, unsure of how to navigate the storm he had helped ignite. The police officers, meanwhile, continued their attempts to maintain order, though it was clear that the emotional fire raging among those present was far from extinguished. The night ended with an uneasy truce, but the tension lingered in the air like a storm cloud refusing to dissipate. Fans would wake the next morning to social media feeds filled with clips, reactions, and endless speculation. The drama of Yandy attacking Tamar over her alleged fling with Mendeecees had reached a fever pitch, leaving no one unaffected. Emotions ran high, the family was left divided, and fans were left clamoring for the next shocking development. The stage was set for twists, confessions, and confrontations yet to unfold, promising that the story was far from over, and that reality TV drama had never felt more real. The next morning, the tension that had erupted the night before had not dissipated. Social media was ablaze, with clips of Yandy's confrontation with Tamar circulating endlessly. Fans were dissecting every word, every expression, every tear, and every gesture. The hashtags #YandyAttacks and #TAMAR Mendeecees drama trended worldwide within hours, fueling a firestorm of speculation and judgment. Some fans expressed outrage on behalf of Yandy, praising her courage and calling for accountability, while others attempted to defend Tamar, emphasizing that everyone makes mistakes. The polarized reactions only added fuel to the narrative, keeping the drama alive long after the initial confrontation. Inside Tamar's mansion, the mood was tense and heavy, the previous night's events replayed in her mind in vivid detail, each memory accompanied by a pang of regret and embarrassment. She paced back and forth in the living room, glancing at her phone every few seconds. Unable to escape the flood of notifications, messages, and news alerts, Mendeecees sat on the couch, head in his hands, muttering apologies that seemed to go unheard. "This wasn't supposed to happen," he said quietly, his voice tinged with guilt. Tamar exhaled sharply, her fingers trembling as she scrolled through her social media feeds. "No one understands," she whispered, though she knew the world was watching and judging with every passing second. Yandy, meanwhile, was regrouping with her closest allies, a mix of friends and family who had supported her during the heated confrontation. They were equally shocked, discussing strategy, social media responses, and how to navigate the public fallout. "We need to control the narrative," one friend suggested, though Yandy's anger flared at the notion of trying to spin the story. "No spin," she said firmly. "I want the truth out there. Fans are shocked, and they deserve to know what really happened." The group nodded, understanding that the drama had taken on a life of its own, and that every decision from this point forward could escalate or mitigate the chaos. Back at Tamar's residence, tension escalated further when unexpected visitors arrived. Longtime friends and family members, each with their own perspective on the situation, began arriving to confront Tamar and Mendeecees. One relative, visibly upset, demanded answers. "How could you betray trust like this?" they shouted, their voice echoing through the halls. Tamar tried to respond calmly, but the flurry of accusations and emotional outbursts made it nearly impossible. I didn't mean for it to happen," she murmured, but her words were swallowed by the crowd's combined fury. Outside, fans and media outlets continued to gather, their phones recording every moment, their live streams capturing the ongoing drama. One particularly persistent fan managed to ask Mendeecees a pointed question. "Do you regret it? Will there be consequences?" He hesitated, visibly uncomfortable, before finally responding, "I wish things were different. We never intended for anyone to get hurt." The answer did little to quell the frenzy. If anything, it intensified public curiosity and debate. Opinions flew wildly across social media, with every statement dissected for hidden meaning, every facial expression analyzed for authenticity. Yandy's determination remained unshaken. She returned to Tamar's doorstep later in the morning, insisting on another confrontation, this time with the family member who had intervened the previous night. "You need to face the truth," she demanded, her eyes flashing with intensity. Tamar, now more composed, but visibly anxious, tried to meet her. Gaze. "I'm here yet. What do you want from me?" she asked, her voice soft but firm. The tension in the air was almost unbearable, with the potential for another emotional eruption lurking beneath the surface. As the morning unfolded, additional twists emerged. Insiders revealed that the alleged fling between Tamar and Mendeecees had been ongoing in secret for weeks, intensifying the perception of betrayal. Friends of both parties weighed in publicly, some taking Yandy's side, others defending Tamar. The conflicting narratives created an even more complex web of drama, leaving fans and family members struggling to parse truth from speculation. Live streams captured it all, with viewers commenting in real time, reacting to every revelation, every accusation, and every tearful exchange. Police, still on site to maintain order, faced challenges keeping the gathering under control. Crowds swelled as more fans and media arrived, eager to witness what had quickly become a high-stakes spectacle. The tension was palpable, and every shouted word seemed amplified by the collective energy of the crowd. Yandy, refusing to be silenced, continued pressing for answers, her voice both commanding and desperate. "We're not done," she shouted. "Fans are shocked, the family is divided, and the truth will come out whether anyone likes it or not." Inside, the emotional strain took its toll. Tamar's voice shook as she attempted to explain herself, while Mendeecees looked increasingly stressed, his attempts to mediate falling on deaf ears. Friends who had tried to support them were pulled into arguments, caught between loyalty and outrage. Every new revelation seemed to spark another round of accusations, each one more dramatic than the last. The atmosphere was charged with raw emotion, and it was clear that the events of this morning were just the beginning of a saga that would continue to unfold publicly. Unexpectedly, a former co-star appeared, adding another layer to the drama. Their arrival reignited old tensions, bringing past grievances and alliances to the forefront. "You think this is new? I've seen this before," they said, their voice laced with judgment and drama. The crowd outside erupted with excitement, eager to see how this new presence would influence the already chaotic scenario. Fans online speculated endlessly about motives, hidden agendas, and potential betrayals, fueling the story's momentum. Yandy, however, refused to be distracted. She focused her attention entirely on Tamar, demanding accountability and transparency. "I want every detail, every lie, every secret," she said, her voice sharp and unwavering. Tamar, struggling to maintain composure, nodded silently, understanding that any attempt at deflection would only escalate the situation further. The tension was almost cinematic, each moment more charged than the last, the stakes higher with every passing second. As midday approached, emotions showed no signs of subsiding. Family members argued amongst themselves, friends took sides, and the crowd outside continued to grow. Social media coverage intensified, with live streams, clips, and commentary creating a virtual circus of drama. Fans were glued to their screens, analyzing each frame, each gesture, and each word, desperate for insight into the scandal that had captured the nation's attention. Amid the chaos, a shocking revelation emerged from an anonymous insider. The alleged fling between Tamar and Mendeecees had apparently involved more than just a few secret meetings. It included private messages, hidden encounters, and moments that suggested a deeper level of betrayal than initially believed. The disclosure sent shockwaves through the crowd, intensifying Yandy's fury and leaving Tamar visibly shaken. "This isn't just about a mistake," Yandy shouted, her voice filled with incredulity. "Fans are shocked, the family is divided, and now we see the full extent of the deception." Mendeecees attempted to intervene, but Yandy's anger was unrelenting. "You had a choice," she said, her voice trembling with a mixture of rage and heartbreak. "And you chose to betray everyone who trusted you." Tamar, tears streaming down her face, struggled to respond. I didn't think it would go this far," she whispered, her voice barely audible over the din. The crowd outside roared in reaction, their excitement and shock blending into a chaotic symphony of emotion. As afternoon turned into evening, the confrontation showed no signs of ending. Each new revelation, each emotional outburst, and each twist kept the drama escalating. Yandy remained resolute, Tamar remained defensive, and Mendeecees remained caught in the storm he had helped create. The family was fractured, friends were torn, and fans were riveted, unable to look away from the spectacle unfolding before them. The story of Yandy attacking Tamar over her alleged fling with Mendeecees had evolved into a saga of betrayal, heartbreak, and explosive emotion, a tale that would dominate headlines and social media feeds for weeks to come. The day ended with uncertainty, unresolved tension, and the promise of more drama to come. Fans continued to speculate, social media remained abuzz, and the family faced a future divided by secrets and accusations. The confrontation had set in motion a series of events that would ripple through the lives of everyone involved, leaving no one untouched. Emotions ran high, the family was left divided, and the public could only wait for the next shocking twist in this unforgettable saga. The evening brought no relief, only a deeper intensity to the ongoing drama. The mansion, once quiet and reserved, had transformed into a theater of raw emotion, with every room echoing the fallout of the morning's revelations. Tamar sat in the living room, her head buried in her hands, scrolling through endless notifications of speculation, accusations, and fan reactions. Mendeecees remained nearby, pacing nervously, occasionally glancing at Tamar with concern but unable to offer comfort. The weight of public scrutiny pressed heavily on both of them, as every movement, every glance, and every sigh could be captured, dissected, and shared online. Outside, Yandy regrouped with allies who had supported her throughout the day. They were relentless, plotting how to continue pressing for answers, while ensuring that every moment was visible to the fans and media who had made this story explode. "This isn't just about last night anymore," one friend said, her voice tinged with both excitement and apprehension. "It's about control, transparency, and making sure the truth is out there. Fans are shocked, and we need to make sure they see everything." Yandy nodded, her determination unwavering, ready to confront Tamar again if necessary. As the night deepened, unexpected developments emerged. A longtime friend of Tamar's appeared at the mansion, visibly frustrated and holding what looked like a stack of documents. "You need to see this," the friend said, handing Tamar the papers. Inside were messages, receipts, and social media interactions that painted a detailed picture of the alleged fling with Mendeecees. Tamar's eyes widened, her hands trembling as she tried to process the material. While Mendeecees looked on, his expression a mixture of shame and anxiety, Yandy, watching from the driveway, felt vindicated by the evidence, her fury reigniting. Finally, she muttered, her voice barely audible but charged with emotion. The confrontation reignited as Yandy stormed back to the mansion's front steps, demanding that Tamar explain every detail of the documented interactions. "Fans are shocked, Tamar, and now I have proof," Yandy exclaimed, holding up her phone to show live coverage of the materials. Tamar, attempting to maintain composure, sighed deeply. "Yandy, I didn't mean for it to go this far," she murmured, but Yandy's glare made it clear that apologies alone would not suffice. The tension escalated as each party pushed harder, the emotional stakes climbing higher with every word exchanged. Inside, family members began to weigh in, each adding their own perspective and anger to the situation. Some defended Yandy, praising her courage and honesty, while others attempted to console Tamar, insisting that mistakes happen and redemption is possible. The conflicting perspectives only intensified the drama, creating a web of loyalties and resentments that seemed impossible to unravel. Mendeecees, caught in the middle, struggled to maintain his composure. "Please, everyone calm down," he pleaded, but his words were largely ignored as emotions took center stage. As the night unfolded, fans and media outlets continued to broadcast the drama, live streaming every confrontation, capturing every emotional turn. Viewers online were captivated, sharing opinions, analyzing behaviors, and speculating about the future of all involved. Hashtags trended even more aggressively, including hashtag Yandy demands answers, hashtag Tamar secrets, and hashtag Mendeecees drama, each fueling the fire of public interest. The spectacle had grown beyond a simple confrontation. It had become a full-blown reality TV saga unfolding in real time. The emotional intensity reached a new peak when Yandy confronted Tamar with evidence of hidden communications between her and Mendeecees. "I can't believe this," Yandy shouted, holding up a series of screenshots. "Fans are shocked. The family is divided, and now we see how deep this goes." Tamar's face paled, her lips quivering as she attempted to respond. I thought it was private. It wasn't supposed to hurt anyone," she said, her voice breaking under the weight of the accusation. Mendeecees, looking increasingly distressed, tried to intervene, but Yandy was relentless. "This isn't about excuses," she said firmly. "It's about accountability." Unexpectedly, another twist emerged. An anonymous tipster sent a video to multiple media outlets, allegedly, showing a secret meeting between Tamar and Mendeecees at a private location weeks before the public confrontation. The video, grainy but compelling, fueled speculation and anger, reigniting the crowd's frenzy. Fans watching the live streams reacted instantly, some expressing outrage, others disbelief. The police, already stretched thin, trying to maintain order, had to respond to increased crowds and new tensions sparked by the video's release. Inside the mansion, the pressure was overwhelming. Tamar's emotional state deteriorated as she struggled to respond to the mounting evidence and the intense scrutiny from both fans and family. "I never wanted anyone to get hurt," she whispered repeatedly, though her words fell into a void of anger and disbelief. Mendeecees remained at her side, attempting to shield her from the storm, but even his presence offered little comfort. The gravity of the situation was unmistakable, and the night promised that more revelations were yet to come. Yandy, energized by the unfolding events, pressed forward with renewed determination. She confronted Tamar again, detailing every alleged transgression and betrayal, leaving no room for deflection or excuse. "Fans are shocked. The family is divided. And I will not back down until the truth is fully revealed," Yandy declared, her voice steady and commanding. Tamar, now visibly exhausted, struggled to maintain composure, her attempts at explanation barely audible over the tension. The confrontation also reignited debates among family members, friends, and onlookers. Past grievances surfaced, alliances shifted, and the emotional stakes became more complex than ever. Some family members publicly criticized Tamar's actions, while others emphasized forgiveness and understanding. The conflicting opinions heightened the sense of drama, creating an intricate web of emotion, loyalty, and betrayal that captivated fans worldwide. As the night progressed, tensions remained high. Yandy's determination to hold Tamar accountable never wavered, while Tamar's attempts to navigate the storm of evidence, accusations, and public scrutiny grew increasingly desperate. Mendeecees, still caught between the two women, struggled to mediate, his efforts largely ignored in the emotional whirlwind. Every twist, every revelation, and every accusation contributed to a story that seemed to escalate with no end in sight. By the early hours of the next morning, the mansion was a scene of exhausted emotions, lingering anger, and unresolved tension. Fans and media continued to monitor developments online, discussing every moment, speculating about potential outcomes, and debating who bore responsibility. Hashtags continued to trend, live streams remained active, and social media was flooded with reactions. The drama that had begun with a whispered rumor had evolved into an all-consuming spectacle, one that promised more twists, more confrontations, and more heartbreak in the days to come. Yandy's final words for the night echoed in the minds of everyone present. This isn't over, Tamar. Fans are shocked. The family is divided, and the truth will come out, no matter what. Tamar, drained and tearful, nodded silently, knowing that the emotional storm was far from finished. Mendeecees remained between them, anxious and unsure. Aware that the events of this night had shifted relationships, reputations, and trust irreversibly, the story of Yandy attacking Tamar over her alleged fling with Mendeecees had grown more intense, more dramatic, and more unforgettable than anyone could have anticipated, leaving all parties and the public anticipating the next shocking development. As the sun rose over Atlanta, the city seemed unaware of the whirlwind that had consumed Tamar Braxton's life the night before. Yet social media was ablaze. Clips from the confrontation were replayed endlessly, with fans dissecting every glance, every word, every tear. The story had grown beyond a single incident. It had become a full-blown spectacle of betrayal, heartbreak, and raw emotion. The mansion, now quiet, held the echoes of arguments, apologies, and accusations, a silent testament to the chaos that had unfolded. Tamar sat alone in the living room, her phone buzzing constantly, notifications piling up, each one a reminder that the world was watching her every move. She ran her fingers through her hair, exhaling slowly, trying to regain composure. How did it get this far? She murmured to herself, the weight of public scrutiny pressing heavily on her shoulders. Mendeecees, pacing nearby, finally spoke. Tamar, we need to face this together, he said, though his voice carried uncertainty. Tamar looked up, eyes glistening. I don't even know where to start, she admitted, her voice barely above a whisper. Outside, Yandy's car pulled up again, signaling that she wasn't done. Her resolve had only strengthened overnight, fueled by the social media storm and the unresolved questions that lingered. Fans gathered, sensing the potential for another explosive encounter, live streaming in anticipation. Yandy stepped out, her heels clicking with purpose as she approached the mansion. Her expression was a mix of determination and fury, the kind of intensity that made everyone around her hold their breath. Tamar, she called, her voice slicing through the morning calm. We need to finish what we started last night. Fans are shocked, and you owe them the truth. Tamar, trembling slightly, rose to meet her in the doorway. Yandy, please. I don't want more pain, she said softly. Though her plea seemed to have little effect, the tension was palpable, a magnetic force that drew the crowd and cameras closer. As the confrontation resumed, new revelations came to light. An anonymous source, previously silent, claimed to have inside knowledge of Tamar and Mendeecees' secret interactions, sharing screenshots of messages and private meetings. The evidence, though unverified, was enough to escalate the drama. Yandy's eyes widened as she reviewed the material, her voice rising. This is exactly what I was talking about, she exclaimed. Fans are shocked, and now the proof is right here. You can't hide from it. Tamar's lips quivered, a mixture of fear, shame, and regret crossing her face. Mendeecees, caught in the middle, attempted to intervene, but his words barely registered against the torrent of emotion. Inside the mansion, the atmosphere grew even more charged. Family members and friends arrived, each with their own perspective, intensifying the drama. Some supported Yandy, praising her bravery and insistence on accountability, while others attempted to console Tamar, arguing that mistakes happen and redemption is possible. The conflicting loyalties created a tangled web of emotions, with arguments erupting spontaneously, accusations flying, and tempers flaring. The situation had escalated beyond the personal. It was now a spectacle of public intrigue and social media obsession. The police, still stationed outside to maintain order, faced growing challenges. The crowd swelled as more fans, journalists, and curious onlookers gathered, eager to witness the unfolding drama. Live streams captured every heated word, every tear, every gesture, and viewers around the world tuned in, captivated by the raw emotion and scandalous revelations. Hashtags continued trending, including hashtag Yandy attacks, hashtag Tamar secrets, and hashtag Mendeecees drama, ensuring that the story dominated online conversations. Yandy, unwavering in her pursuit of accountability, pressed Tamar for answers. I want the full story, she demanded, her eyes blazing. Fans are shocked. The family is divided, and you can't run from this. Tamar, her voice trembling, attempted to explain herself. I made a mistake, she admitted, but I never intended for anyone to get hurt. Yandy's response was immediate and fierce. A mistake? This isn't just a mistake. This is betrayal, secrecy, and disrespect, and fans deserve to know everything. The argument intensified, each statement more charged than the last. creating a spectacle that captivated everyone present. As tensions escalated, an unexpected twist occurred. A former reality TV co-star appeared on the scene, adding a layer of intrigue and potential sabotage. Their presence reignited old grudges, stirring memories of past betrayals and alliances. "This isn't new to me," the co-star said, their voice dripping with judgment. "I've seen the lies before, and they never end well." The crowd outside reacted immediately, some cheering, others gasping, as speculation ran wild about what additional information the co-star might reveal. Inside, Tamar struggled to maintain composure, the weight of public scrutiny and personal betrayal pressing down on her. "I didn't think anyone would find out," she murmured, though the crowd outside, social media, and cameras made privacy impossible. Mendeecees, attempting to mediate, found himself caught between the two women, unsure of how to defuse the situation without escalating it further. Yandy, relentless, demanded full transparency, her fury fueled by the accumulating evidence and public attention. "Fans are shocked, Tamar," she said, her voice steady and commanding. "And you can't hide from the consequences anymore." The day continued with a flurry of accusations, emotional outbursts, and heated debates. Friends and family took sides, some publicly, others privately, creating fractures in relationships that had lasted years. Social media magnified every detail, from facial expressions to the tone of voice, generating commentary and speculation that spread like wildfire. Every revelation, every new piece of evidence, every tearful confession only added layers to the drama, keeping fans riveted and intensifying the spectacle. An unexpected revelation further complicated matters. Another insider claimed that Tamar and Mendeecees had planned secret meetings beyond what had already been disclosed, raising questions about the depth of the alleged fling. Yandy, armed with this information, confronted Tamar once more. "Fans are shocked. The family is divided, and now we see there's even more to this," she exclaimed, her voice echoing through the mansion and into the streets outside. Tamar's eyes widened, a mixture of fear and shame crossing her face. Mendeecees, growing increasingly anxious, muttered apologies that went largely unheard. The confrontation reached its peak as evening approached. Yandy, unwavering, detailed every perceived betrayal, demanding that Tamar acknowledge the full scope of the actions that had led to this explosive public drama. "This isn't just about a fling," Yandy said firmly. "It's about trust, honesty, and accountability. Fans are shocked, and you can't deny the impact of your actions." Tamar, exhausted and emotionally drained, nodded silently, understanding that words alone would not repair the damage or satisfy the demand for truth. By nightfall, the mansion was a tableau of emotion, exhaustion, and unresolved tension. Fans and media outside continued documenting every moment, ensuring that the saga would continue trending and circulating online. The story of Yandy attacking Tamar over her alleged fling with Mendeecees had become a multi-layered narrative of betrayal, heartbreak, and public spectacle, with consequences that would reverberate far beyond that night. Emotions ran high, the family was left divided, and fans were left eagerly anticipating the next shocking twist in this ongoing drama. The night stretched on, and the mansion's atmosphere grew increasingly tense, almost suffocating with the weight of raw emotion. Tamar Braxton sat in silence, her thoughts swirling like a storm, every detail of the confrontation replaying in her mind. Mendeecees, still at her side, attempted to offer reassurance, but the strain of the previous hours left him uncertain, hesitant to speak too loudly or too softly. Outside, Yandy had not relented. She circled the mansion, her eyes scanning every window, determined to confront Tamar again if necessary. The fans and media, still gathered in droves, filmed every shadow, every movement, anticipating another explosive moment. As midnight approached, a startling revelation came from an unexpected source. A former assistant of Tamar, who had remained silent until now, released private messages that hinted at a deeper web of secrecy than anyone had anticipated. The messages suggested that Tamar and Mendeecees had engaged in clandestine meetings, coordinated interactions, and moments of intimate communication that went far beyond casual rumors. The documents, though unverified, spread like wildfire across social media, igniting debates and fueling the public frenzy. Yandy, upon seeing the leaks, felt vindicated. "Fans are shocked, and the truth is finally coming to light," she exclaimed, her voice fierce and unwavering. Inside, Tamar struggled to process the new information. Her hands trembled as she scrolled through the messages, each one a reminder of the choices she had made and the chaos those choices had unleashed. Mendeecees placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder, but even he could sense the growing intensity of the storm. "We have to face it together," he murmured, though the weight of public scrutiny made even simple words feel inadequate. Tamar nodded, her lips quivering. I can't keep hiding," she admitted, her voice barely audible over the cacophony outside. Yandy, relentless and fueled by the mounting evidence, demanded yet another confrontation. She stepped inside, her heels clicking against the polished floor, her eyes locked on Tamar with unflinching intensity. "Enough is enough," Yandy said, her tone sharp. "Fans are shocked. The family is divided, and it's time for the full truth. No more excuses." Tamar took a deep breath, trying to summon the strength to respond. I didn't realize it would get this far," she whispered, the words barely escaping her lips. Yandy's gaze bore into her, a mixture of anger, disappointment, and determination. The confrontation drew in family members and friends, each adding their own layer of opinion, judgment, or support. Some condemned Tamar, expressing outrage at her actions and the betrayal of trust. Others offered support, emphasizing the human capacity for mistakes, forgiveness, and growth. The resulting emotional tangle intensified the drama, each perspective adding fuel to an already explosive scenario. Fans online analyzed every word, every facial expression, and every gesture, fueling speculation and debate that showed no signs of slowing. Unexpectedly, a familiar face from Tamar's past appeared, bringing a twist that no one anticipated. A former co-star and longtime friend stepped forward, revealing knowledge of prior tensions, miscommunications, and old grudges that resurfaced in the heat of the confrontation. "You think this is new?" the co-star said, their voice steady but piercing. "This has been simmering for years, and now it's boiling over." The statement sent ripples through the crowd in the mansion, prompting whispers, gasps, and heightened tension. Fans were captivated, discussing the implications across every platform imaginable. Inside, Tamar and Mendeecees tried to navigate the increasingly volatile emotional landscape. Tamar's voice trembled as she attempted to clarify her actions. "I never wanted anyone to get hurt," she said, though the words fell flat against the intensity of the room. Mendeecees, anxious and frustrated, struggled to mediate, offering apologies and explanations that seemed only to inflame Yandy further. "This isn't about intentions," Yandy shot back, her voice ringing like a bell in the charged air. "It's about consequences. It's about consequences. Shocked, and you have to face them." The public spectacle escalated as more evidence surfaced. A social media influencer shared a video purportedly showing Tamar and Mendeecees in private moments, reigniting the firestorm and intensifying fan reactions. Outside, the crowd reacted with shouts, gasps, and chants, demanding accountability and answers. Police on-site struggled to maintain order as emotions and adrenaline surged among the fans. Every twist, every leak, every revelation became another catalyst for drama, keeping the story alive and relentless. Yandy, determined to maintain control over the narrative, confronted Tamar once more. "You need to tell everything," she demanded. "Fans are shocked, the family is divided, and nothing short of full transparency will suffice." Tamar, emotionally exhausted, attempted to explain, tears streaming down her face. I can't undo what's happened," she whispered. Mendeecees, sensing the rising tension, tried to interject, but his words were drowned out by the torrent of accusations and emotion in the room. The confrontation spiraled into a mix of personal grievances, public accountability, and social media frenzy. Family members took sides, some offering sympathy, others expressing anger and disappointment. The mansion became a crucible of raw emotion, amplified by the awareness that every gesture, every tear, every word could and would be broadcast and dissected online. Fans, glued to live streams and social media updates, eagerly consumed every moment, sharing, commenting, and speculating about the unfolding saga. As the night drew to a close, the tension remained unresolved. Yandy's insistence on accountability had not abated. Tamar's remorse was palpable, and Mendeecees remained caught in the storm he had helped create. The story of Yandy attacking Tamar over her alleged fling with Mendeecees had become a multi-layered drama, filled with twists, betrayals, and public spectacle. Emotions ran high, the family was divided, and fans were left eagerly anticipating the next shocking development in this extraordinary saga. The night ended not with resolution, but with the promise of more confrontations, more revelations, and more drama still to come. And now, as you've witnessed this explosive saga unfold, the question lingers: what happens next? Fans are still shocked, the family remains divided, and the public is left wondering whether Tamar and Mendeecees can ever repair the damage that has been done. Every moment of this story has revealed intense emotions, betrayals, and confrontations that have captivated the nation. You've seen the fury in Yandy's eyes, the tears of regret from Tamar, and the struggle of Mendeecees caught in the middle. It's a story that is far from over, one that promises more twists, more revelations, and more drama that will keep everyone talking for weeks to come. This situation raises questions that only you, the viewer, can weigh in on. Who truly holds the responsibility for the chaos? Is it Tamar for her actions, Mendeecees for being involved, or Yandy for exposing the truth with such relentless intensity? The family's division and the emotional turbulence show that relationships, trust, and loyalty have all been tested to the breaking point. Fans are left debating endlessly, scrolling through social media, analyzing every clip, and sharing opinions that vary from outrage to sympathy. The reactions alone highlight just how much this story has resonated with people everywhere. Now, it's your turn to take part in this unfolding drama. Comment below and let us know what you think. Was Yandy justified in her actions, or did she take things too far? Should Tamar be forgiven, or does this betrayal run too deep? And what about Mendeecees? Was he merely caught in the middle, or did he play a more active role in the chaos? Your opinions matter, and this is your chance to weigh in on a story that has captivated millions. Fans are shocked, and your voice adds to the conversation, shaping the narrative and fueling the discussion that continues online. Likewise, don't forget to like this video if you've been following the drama from the start. Every like helps others discover this incredible story, bringing more attention to the heated confrontation and the emotional aftermath that has left everyone talking. Sharing this video allows friends, family, and fellow fans to get in on the discussion, sparking debates about loyalty, betrayal, and the raw human emotions on display. It's more than entertainment, it's a chance to witness a story that mirrors real human struggles in a dramatic, high-stakes scenario. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel to stay updated on every shocking twist and revelation. This story is far from over, and you'll want to be here for the next chapter. The drama between Yandy, Tamar, and Mendeecees has proven that nothing is predictable, and new developments could emerge at any moment. By subscribing, you ensure that you're part of the conversation, receiving every exclusive update, every clip, and every shocking revelation as it happens. Fans are shocked, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. Remember, the world is watching. And this story isn't just about the confrontation, it's about the ripple effects of secrets, betrayals, and emotional fallout. Your comments, your likes, and your shares all contribute to the conversation, helping to shape public perception and keep the drama alive. Fans have been glued to their screens, dissecting every moment, and now you can join them in analyzing, discussing, and speculating about what comes next. Your engagement is what keeps stories like this trending, and your voice adds weight to the ongoing debate. Finally, take a moment to reflect on the human emotions at the core of this spectacle. Jealousy, betrayal, anger, remorse, and heartbreak are universal experiences, and seeing them play out so publicly offers a dramatic lens through which we can examine our own responses to conflict and trust. Fans are shocked because they see reflections of real-life struggles magnified on a stage of high drama, reminding us that even in the most sensationalized stories, human feelings are real, raw, and powerful. So, don't stay silent. Comment, like, and share. Engage in the discussion. Let your opinions be known, and stay tuned for what comes next in this unforgettable story. Subscribe now so that when new developments unfold, you're the first to know, part of the conversation. And at the heart of the drama, fans are shocked, the family remains divided, and the story of Yandy attacking Tamar over her secret fling with Mendeecees is far from over. Your participation keeps the saga alive, ensuring that every twist, every revelation, and every emotional confrontation continues to reach audiences around the world. This is your chance to witness history in the making, to engage with a story that blends scandal, emotion, and high-stakes drama. Every comment you leave contributes to the ongoing narrative. Every like you hit signals that you're part of the fan base that keeps these moments alive, and every share spreads the story to new audiences eager to join the discussion. Fans are shocked, and you can help shape the conversation by voicing your opinion and staying informed. So, what do you think will happen next? Will Tamar apologize further? Will Mendeecees finally address his role publicly? Or will Yandy continue to lead the charge for accountability? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, this story is far from finished, and you have a front row seat. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to ensure that you don't miss a single moment of the drama. And stay part of the conversation as the shocking saga of Yandy, Tamar, and Mendeecees continues to unfold. Fans are shocked, and the next chapter could be even more explosive than what you've already witnessed. Your engagement matters. Join the discussion now.